You know, this is how intense this shit can get. You know, I can't encourage or bring up shit on my own. I have to let you guys bring it out so you can tell I'm not setting this shit up. You know, one of the homegirls yesterday, I believe, brought up this new krokodil, you know, drug that's fucking eating people up from the inside out. You know, I've been waiting on one of you to bring it up so we can talk about it because I already know about it, you know, and it's real. And it's realer than you're being told, too, you know. Yeah, I was in pain last night because I was growing. Like I said, look at my fucking arm. Look, it's, you know, that's not all camera. Well, anyways, listen. You guys need to know this about yourself. If you're still on drugs, they'll kill you in the hospital. They will. If something serious happens, you know, like if, say, your blood becomes caustic, anything that they can claim gets out of control, and you're a dope fiend, you're done. This new hospital era. It's a strategy of theirs. It's a medical strategy. You know, if they can put something in you that keeps you coming back to the fucking hospital, back and forth, buying some fucking crazy ass medication to keep you alive, they'll do it. They have to, you know, because you're not informed, you know. So this new thing, I just watched it on that show, Doctors. I watch all kinds of shit, you know. I don't just watch the shit you got, you know, Jerry Springer, and I'll watch the real shit. Anyways, you know, this has to do with solvent. You know, I'm not trying. This isn't a drug fucking class. Okay, this is reality. You know, when you're dealing with solvents, and this is where the krokodil epidemic is coming out of organic distilled petroleum. Okay, that's how they'll push this off as you know, the drug, because they know that, you know, dope fiends, drug addicts, and people that, you know, make drugs. I don't want to use any of the normal terminology you're used to, so I don't, you know, because I don't give a fuck. That's stupid. I don't do that shit anymore. Because I'm scared now, really scared. Because, anyways, so, you know, here it is. They don't have to fucking put a warning label on fucking acetone or fucking on fucking tooling and shit. You know, they don't have to put a warning label on there that says, hey, if you eat this or inject this into your body, you know, it's going to release a monster inside of you that's going to make you look and feel like a crocodile is growing in your body. They don't have to tell you that. It's not illegal to make shit that does that. All they got to do is say, look, if you accidentally drink this, go to poison control. You know, I'm going to sit in there if I'm an attorney for fucking, for paint thinner company, and you're trying to say, look, I injected some of your paint thinner out of my crank lab, you know, accidentally while I was making some stuff with it. I injected it, and now I got a green tail growing out my ass. You know? Yeah, you know, the doctors are looking at you guys like, what do you want me to do? You know, I mean, you know, we're going to inject you now with so much morphine. And then we're going to wave like this. And it's over. You're a fucking lizard now. You know, that's all your parents are going to, or your family is going to see you deteriorate into a puddle in that bed until you die. That's how sick this crocodile shit is. It's real. They're trying to scare you to death. And guess what? I'm one of them. I'm fucking scared now. I'm done. I'm done. The right people in the right way, in the right moment of time, have stepped up and scared the fuck out of me. You know, and if you don't get scared too, bye-bye. You know, it's over with. It's over with. It's bottom line. I sat here with my mom and my wife. They're not, anything like me. Okay, they're normal. I sat here and watched it on TV, period. On the doctors, fucking Dr. Oz and all of them, not just Dr. Oz. Fucking that fucking other young kid, he's fucking smarter than all of them. Fucking him, he's straight up, and that bitch, that fucking with the blonde hair, the black girl. She said it too. If you guys are gonna inject things into your body that you don't know where the fuck, okay. That shit was gonna get intense. If fucking you're gonna inject shit into your body and you don't know where it came from, we're pretty much gonna just tap out on trying to help you out anymore. That's what the doctors in this country are saying. It's over with. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be some crying people, some politicians and shit, what the, where? Why is it always fucking hide and go seek with the lighter around here? Fuck. Fucking. Anyways. Oh yeah. But yeah. I don't just smoke anything. I'll even go on the cheap shit with tobacco. But it's good as fuck. If you need something stronger than a fucking camel, if you need something stronger than a camel, roll you up a couple of those. That right there, if you make the mistake, and, you've been drinking beer and shit, fucking, and you smoke one of these, you might fucking throw up and turn green. Fuck. Yeah. So anyways, here's the thing with solvent and drugs that they're talking about with the krokodil, whatever. It's just a fancy name for a crank now. They don't want to straight up say, look, we're fucking with your drugs now. We'll call it something different. But they straight up said on the news, you won't know what it's in now because it's getting mixed up in everything because it's in the solvent. You got solvent out there that's some of it's heavier than water, some of it's lighter than water. It floats around. You guys that used to do the old school crank with the brake clean and the fucking electric motor cleaner shit, you still got solvent in your toe, player. Fucking, it's down there. You need to have your fucking foot lanced open and you find out it starts smelling like brake clean up in this bitch. Fuck. But that's not the only thing. It's the xylene, the fucking toluene and shit in the old dope. Fucking, that shit's lighter than water. It's lighter than blood. So, bam! You put it in your system. Where's it going? Straight to your brain. It's going up here. There's no valve up here for me to go. Yeah. I don't know. This is how I think. Where did it all go? Hopefully it's coming out in our sweat or something. But oh fuck! Don't do dope. Don't do it anymore. Quit sneaking around. Doing your meth. Acting like you're on something else and lying to your spouse, stop it and quit smoking it too, because it's just as bad, You know who you are out there. I don't know who you are. I just feel it. Fucking, I'm not pointing no fingers at anybody. I'm just saying, stop, or you're gonna fucking die. That's it. Okay, it's nothing to fuck around with anymore. I'm done. I'm gonna run off into the woods and eat a fucking couple of acorns right now just to cleanse my system out. It's got turpentine in it. That's my point right there. Now turpentine, we'll do a whole nother video on turpentine. It's a natural solvent that's in the woods, in trees. You can extract shit with that. there's a lot more. You guys think this shit's all out of a fucking can in a lab and shit. And there's stuff out in the trees that's fucking awesome. That's why people don't eat fucking acorns anymore. I'll fucking acorn up, fucking boil it a little bit. Hey, everything's not about flavor. You only eat the shit that tastes good. Yeah, that's why you don't laugh anymore. That's why you don't laugh no more. You spend a month with me up here in the woods with your own fucking headdress on. Your life will fucking change for the positive. I guarantee you. This is the most intense intervention you'll ever be a part of. It's all comedy. Can you imagine how else you gonna restore your dopamine in your brain? How are you gonna laugh again? That's what you're trying to figure out. How the fuck am I gonna laugh without this guy in a fucking Indian headdress telling me to? It's probably the only time you laugh. And there's, for yourself, really? Turn off everything electrical in your fucking house right now and sit there. And sit there with whoever the fuck's there, and let's just try to make each other laugh for an hour. Go ahead. Yeah, kids are funny. Let's get the kids out now. Okay? Just to the adults now. Now let's start being funny. I don't know. Tom Brick's probably getting up right now, make the whole house laugh. I don't know, but fucking, you know what I'm talking about. That's a good one. That was 12 fucking minutes. Yeah.